Hey, welcome to another live episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, where anything can happen. Starting about a half hour early tonight. Don't really see much point of holding this exactly to schedule, since it's not like anybody shows up exactly at 10 and leaves any live comments or anything. So, yeah. All right, so we're halfway through day 6. This one's really interesting. O'Shea's Grapefruit IPA, brewed in Ireland. I've never had an Irish IPA before, not that I can think of. I mean, when you think of Ireland, you don't think of IPAs. You think of like stouts and red ales. That's pretty much it, right? And I'm going to use the goblet or tulip or whatever you want to call it. Since we got the camera here, yeah, classic orange IPA color, probably about a 9 SRM, maybe 7. Fairly hazy. I think that might be chill haze mostly. About a thumb width of foam. Yeah, getting some IPA. More of like I like the grapefruit peel smell. It doesn't smell juicy to me. Just kind of. I'm sure they got some American hops in there. Probably Cascade, Amarillo, maybe. Bursting with flavor, this India Pale Ale is brewed with fresh grapefruit and a medley of hops for an explosion of zesty citrus flavors and aromas. I'm trying to see the bottling date. Best before July 28th, so it was probably bottled in July 28th. We got a ABV on here. No, can't find it. As always, let's go to Untappd. And it's funny, I noticed I have to take 2 pictures of this. Like, I take a picture when I'm getting the thumbnail ready for you guys, and then I have to and I download that to the computer and upload it as the thumbnail for this video. And then I have to take another picture to use for Untappd. Do you guys use Untappd? I've been on there since like 2009 or 2010, whenever it first started. I still use it. I'm up to like 5,000-6,000 check-ins. I've actually kind of slowed down in the last few years. All right, let's see what it says for ABV. 5%. All right, well, I was gonna say I guess I could believe that, but it's like I haven't taken a drink yet. How do I? I mean, it's not like it smells boozy or anything. 5%'s pretty light. But yeah, so let's give it a whiff, or let's give it a taste. Yeah, not bad. It's funny because you saw I was taking, a pretty big pull off the glass there. And usually when I do that, it's because I'm liking the flavor. I just want to keep drinking it. But in this case, it's like I was just like really thirsty. So it was kind of thirst quenching there for a second. All right, so getting back to the critique or review or whatever you want to call. For an IPA, American style IPA, the bitterness is actually kind of low here. I'd probably put it at 40 to 50. In fact, to me, this tastes more like a pale ale, American pale ale, than an IPA, lacking the real intense bitterness of even a solid standard, regular IPA. Although it is only 5%. 5% for an IPA is basically like a session IPA at this point. Yeah, so right away, as soon as it hits the tongue, get a little bit of a grapefruit peel kind of flavor, kind of like a pink, ruby red grapefruit flavor. Assertive, moderate bitterness, just general kind of citrusy hops. And then like that's about it. It's actually kind of simple. Like I'm trying to pick up any kind of distinct malt base here. Nothing like really that stands out as far as malt base. I mean, it's brewed in Ireland, so I'm wondering what they're using for base malt. Is it Irish 2-row, English 2-row? Maybe they throw a little bit of marisada or something in there. This thing, I will say that there is, and it's extremely subtle, but I can kind of pick up on it, is that there is kind of a English-Irish je ne sais quoi, or maybe not so much that, but like a terroir kind of thing. I like English beers, especially have that noticeable terroir character. I'm drinking enough Irish ones to pick up on their terroir. Hey, somebody actually left a live comment. 𝗪𝗔𝗪𝗀𝗍𝗍. Hey man, finally I catch you. We're live. Keep up the good work. Well, thanks for watching. You're the only one. Maybe starting at 9:30 instead of 10 is what made the difference. Anyway, back to the beer. I'm not really getting oxidation here. I mean, if it was bottled in July, late July, this will be August. It's only about a little over 4 months old, which isn't too bad, but I mean, it's certainly not the peak freshness that you prefer. Like, I'm not really getting overt cardboard or lemon lollipop or anything. I just think like whatever hops were there have faded. And if I was drinking this blind, I don't think I would pick up that it's like a grapefruit IPA. Like that first few sips there did have a bit of a grapefruit peel flavor to it, but now that I'm more than halfway through it, to me it's just drinking. This tastes like somebody's like first homebrew. Like if this was somebody's first homebrew, I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good for your first try. But I mean, this is a real commercial brewery. Like, and it's funny because their Irish Red Ale that I had a few days ago, I thought was great for this style. So I mean, Irish people, stick with your own style. You got a long way to go. I mean, maybe we're not the target audience for it. I mean, if they're brewing this for an Irish audience, like maybe this is what people in Ireland think of, like what they can handle as far as IPA goes. If I was grading this a spec, it's gonna score pretty low. Aroma, I think it'd be about 7 out of 12. Appearance, I mean, I'd probably go at least a 2. Not much lacing. IPA should have lots of lacing. Plus, it's a little hazy. For a taste, I mean, it's more two style than not, but it's a poor example, or maybe not poor, but mediocre. I'd probably say 11 to 12 on flavor. Mouthfeel, I didn't mention that. It's medium body, medium carbonation, no drinkability problems. Pretty clean aftertaste. Hops don't linger here. And for overall, I'd probably put it about 5, 6 tops. So, yeah, I think this is like about a 28 to 31, 32 maybe. Just, rather mediocre. So, yeah, but interesting. Glad I got to try it. So there you go. O'Shea's Grapefruit IPA, brewed in Ireland. I'm going to score it about on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 5, maybe 4.5, maybe 5.5, something like that. I don't know, thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm just kind of like in the middle here. Like there's nothing about it that's like repulsive, but nothing that's like really there that like makes me want to drink more right away. All right, so I am rambling as always. Thanks for watching. That one guy who chimed in. And I'll see you tomorrow right around this time. Bye.